you, darling, and I'll put it on my YouTube later, okay? So the first thing your dad's telling me, Randall, that he died in his 60s, but it could be like 60s to 70s. It could be like anywhere from mid 60s to mid 70s. Any time in that age range that he passed away. And I feel like that's the first thing I hear now is the ages. I don't even have to ask. They just kind of tell me. 53. Okay. 60s is close enough, I get. I guess. Sometimes I'm a little bit off. Sometimes I'm spot on. Sometimes a little bit off. I think it just depends on the person and what they want to tell me. I don't know really. Yes, I am. Thank you. First thing your dad wants to talk about is reading. Like reading stuff. Do you read a lot by chance, Randall? Because that's the first thing that your dad wants me to talk to you about. I'm not sure what he's saying. It could be you just, oh, read. Oh my God, really? Like he said reading, but maybe he meant read. Okay, that's too much of a coincidence. That's way too much of a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences like that. Very good, very good. Um, I just heard teenager. Is your son a teenager by chance? Like his late teens? Because I just heard teenager when you talked about your son. Oh, 8. Okay, I don't know who he's talking about then. Okay, let me move on. Let's see what else. My head's hurting. I have to put it on my pillow. Sorry, you guys. Let's see what else he's saying. Um, does your son Reed look like him? Because what he told me, your son looks a lot like your dad. Does he? Because he's saying your son looks just like me. I feel like he has a lot of his characteristics and maybe his personality. That's what he's telling me. Oh, your younger son. Okay, okay. I just heard 6. Is your younger son 6 by chance? I just heard 6 when you talked about your younger son. Okay, very good. I just heard 2. Do you have another child that's 2 years old? It could be also a birth date as well, or even a birth month. But I just heard 2 when we were talking about your kids. Or maybe he was just telling me you only have 2. Okay, okay. That's what I just said. Only 2. Very good. Okay, let's see what else he's saying. I need to hold my amethyst because I feel like I get better amplification when I hold my amethyst. Uh, let's see what else she's saying. Hold on. He's like, just please tell my daughter how much I miss her and love her. Were you just talking to your dad? Because he just told me she was just talking to me. Or were you thinking about your dad? Because they also hear us when we think about them. Thanks for the shares and the likes, you guys. I appreciate it very much. Always. Okay. Yeah, he says, every time you think about me and every time you talk to me, he says, I hear you. He says, I hear you. Um, were you asking him to give you signs by chance? Because he just mentioned signs. Were you asking him to give you signs to know that it was him? Okay, yeah. Just so he knows that you asked that. That's why he told me that, dear. Let's see what else he's saying. Um, does the color blue mean anything to you, Randall? Because he wants to talk about the color blue. I don't know what that pertains to, but that's what he said. Talk about the color blue. Not really, but that's okay. That's okay. You might think about it later on. It's okay. He said that he talked to your children when they were younger. I don't know if you noticed that or not. You guys hold comments, please. Do I have any mods in here, you guys? Do you notice when they were younger if they talked to your dad? Because he said, I think they're a little bit older now. I don't think they really do it as much, but he said when they were little, he would talk to them, he says. I don't know if you remember noticing that or not in your kids. Like they were talking to nothing, but he said it was them that they weren't talking to nothing. He said it was him. Not sure. That's okay, darling. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Let's see what else he's saying. Got random hair flying around and I got random orbs and hair flying all over my room. I'm sorry, you guys. Ugh. I hate hair so bad. He wants to talk about butterflies. Do you relate to butterflies when it comes to your father, Randall? Because that's what he wants me to talk about is butterflies. Thanks for sharing, Pisces. Thanks for the follows. Yes, you do? Okay. Well, he says every time you see a butterfly, that's him coming to say hi to you. Do you randomly kind of see like the same butterfly or the same kind of butterfly all the time? Because he says that's him. If you feel like you see like the same butterfly, he says that's him coming to see you. Is he okay? Of course he is. Whatever he says, no matter what decisions you've had to make in life, he says, I've always been okay with that. Are you talking about when your dad passed away, the decision that you made regarding your father? Is that what you're talking about? Because he just told me the decision regarding him, he says. You guys hold comments except for Randall. Thank you so much. Oh, your current life. Okay. This is what he told me. He says, you just have to do what's best for you, he says. You have to do what's best for you, he says. He's always going to look out for you no matter what. But you have to do what's best for you, he says. He just wants you to be happy, your dad says. He just wants you to be happy. As long as you're okay with it, he said he's okay with it too. I feel like he's making me feel like he just said unhappy. He's making me feel like you were like really unhappy in your relationship. That's why you left him. Was there ABUSE going on? He just told me the word ABUSE. Okay. Yep, that's what he told me. That's what he said. That was the ABUSC. I don't want to say it out loud. I don't want to get bananaed. You know what I mean. But he said, oh my God, yes. Now that he told me about that, I would say yes. You did the best thing for you. You needed to be out of that relationship and take your kids and run. That's what he just told me. You should have take your kids and run, because he said he doesn't want nothing happening to you. He's not ready for you to come over there, he says. So that's the best thing that he said that you could have done. He said, that's my baby girl. I don't want nothing happening to you, he says, darling. Oh my God, you guys, I'm covered with so much hair. I can't stand it. Does he have any thoughts on Taylor? Is that your new boyfriend? I just heard boyfriend. Is that your new boyfriend by chance? Or somebody you're seeing? He says he doesn't really care as long as he treats you the way you have to be treated. He says he's going to love anybody that treats you like that you deserve, like a princess, he says. He says, my baby girl needs to be treated like a princess, and that's all he cares about. He wants you to know that, okay? So he says she has to live her own life, but he's always going to look after you, he says. But you have to make your own decisions. As long as you're treated good, he's okay with your decision, darling. That's the most important thing to him. Listen, honey, this is what he's telling me before he goes. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Jody. Hey, 50%, yay. So this is what he's telling me, honey, because I think her time's up. But this is what he wants you to know. He's like, no matter what decisions you make, I'm proud of you. I'm always going to love you. I've loved you ever since you were born, he says. I've loved you ever since you were born. I'm going to love you until the end of time, he says. Does he have anything to say about your mom? He's like, please look after your mom. She needs you more than ever, he says. He says he's sorry he had to leave you guys, but, you know, it was unfortunate and he couldn't change what happened to him. He's like, just please tell your mother that I love her. Please tell her I miss her. Please tell her I think about her, he says. Please tell her how much I love her and miss her. And I'm looking after both of you, he says. He's still looking after all of you guys, he says. He wants you to know that. He says, I'm your guardian angel, he says. That's so sweet. He's so sweet. So sweet, so sweet. He's done such a good job, but he's like, please just look after your mother since I can't. He's worried. He just wants you to know that, darling. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you, hon. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you. Listen, honey, your dad did a really good job, but just tell your mom that he misses her and he loves her and he's sorry that he's not there with her. I love you too, baby. And he loves you guys so much, even from the other side, okay? So I'm going to post this on YouTube, darling, if you want to let your mom see it on my channel, okay? After I get off, it stopped. What the hell? Hold on a minute. Oh, no, it didn't. It just moved. I thought it stopped, but it's still recording. Oh, my God. I was like, it stopped, and then I saw it moved over to this side. I was like, oh, thank God. My phone's acting so weird. Okay, thank you so much for letting me read your father, Brandy. He did a really good job. No, it wasn't Brandy. It was Harding. Oh, you know what I mean. I'm so sorry. Brandy was before you. I'm sorry, darling. Randall. Oh, my gosh. All right, I'm going to stop recording. Thank you, darling.